Is it wrong? I questioned my sister the next day, after our mother slept. My question was met with silence. Please answer me, is it wrong for me to dress? Still I received no reply from her. She quickly opened her laptop and began typing, Crossdresser, in Google search. She opened a wiki page and passed her laptop to me. I began to read the wiki thoroughly and returned it back. You know what it means, right? She questioned my new knowledge. I nodded, still looking at the page. See, she began. You are just a guy who likes to wear girls' clothes. That's it. There is nothing wrong in it, she explained. There are many people like you in this world, and don't even think any other thoughts in your mind, she continued. With newly found hope in my sister's speech, I assured myself that I am just a normal person who happens to like women's dress and moved on with my life. As the next 2 years were crucial, 11 and 12 STD, I immersed myself in studies and with God's grace scored 95% and secured a CSE seat in one of the top engineering colleges. During admission I opted for hostel life, as I wanted to gain new experience. The college life turned out to be a silky smooth ride with new friends. But, still I missed my family and my dress-up days. This made me to open a Facebook account to reach out to other cross-dressing men out there. The sign-up prompted me to enter a username for my profile. After looking through a list of names, I typed Varsha. For profile picture, I used my school drama pic with my face blurred. As days passed, I came in touch with other like-minded CDs with whom I had regular chats. It was really nice to share our experience with each other, but with a bit of caution so as not to reveal much about personal life. Back to my college life. In every college there will be a guy who will be popular among girls, even though he looks average. Our college was no exception. It was an IS student, Amrit, who was a popular figure, who also happens to be a hosteler. Whenever he came to canteen, a group of girls would always flock him to chat with him. This made us jealous of him, as no girl would even bother to look at us. Some of the guys befriended him in the hope of getting girlfriends, while others began to hate him for no reason. Being a neutral, I neither befriended nor hated him, but instead chose to watch him. Even though Amrit behaved like a normal person in college, I felt something different in him. The more and more I watched him, the more difference I noticed in his behavior. The way he spoke and the way he poses by showing victory signs in both hands with his head tilted slightly. There was something peculiar which I could not point my fingers at. During night, as usual, I logged in my CD account and began to chat with my friends. At top right, a notification popped with, Raji A added a new photo, message. It was group photo with many CDs lined in different poses. I quickly liked the photo and went back to chat. But something about the photo disturbed me and opened it again. With my instincts kicking in, I began to investigate the picture. After thorough search, I noticed the pose given by one of the CDs and focused on her. Suddenly, it hit me hard, as that was an exact same pose Amrit gives whenever someone snaps his picture. I began to browse through Raji's pictures and found exact same poses in all of it. Even though the face was blurred, pose made me strongly believe that Raji was none other than Amrit. Wasting no time, I began to spy on her Facebook profile. I introduced myself to her and began to chat with her on daily basis. I asked trivial questions like her favorite food, color, and began to match it with Amrit's liking. With each answer, I confirmed my suspicion that it was in fact Amrit. Finally, I put forth my wish to meet Raji in person. Being a social person, she agreed to meet me and fixed a date and place. But before that we exchanged our pictures to prove both of us are genuine. I sent her my drama pics, which I was 100% sure she won't be able to recognize me. But her pictures reinforced my confirmation. We decided to meet in Grand Express Mall on Sunday at 11. On Sunday before leaving to mall, I inquired casually about Amrit. His friends informed me that he left early to meet an old friend. I reached the mall and saw Amrit in distance waiting for me at the mall entrance. I quickly logged in to check if Raji was available, and fortunately, she was. I messaged Raji that I have arrived and wanted to know where to meet. She replied to meet in 5th floor of the mall near food court. As soon as I received the message, I saw Amrit moving towards 5th floor. I followed him in a distance only to notice him stop in front of food court. The time has come to make my move. Hi Amrit, I walked towards him as I called him. His face frowned upon looking at me. Though we are not friends, Amrit has seen me in hostel and knows that I am CSE student. Hi, he began to stutter. I never thought I would meet you here. I acted as though it was mere coincidence we bumped into each other. He quickly decided to cut me off, came to meet my school friend. See you later, and walked away quickly, not wanting to look at me. Raji, I called him with his CD name. He turned around with bewilderment, but quickly recovered. Raji, I don't know her. He tried to shut me down and started to leave the place. Raji, I know it's you. It's me, Varsha. I introduced myself as I followed him. I know nothing about them. Leave me alone. He ran towards stairs in panic. Come on man, I know it's you. I quickly blocked him and explained everything to him. I took him to the food court and offered him coffee. Dude, I told you everything. I asserted him that I was indeed the person whom he wanted to meet. Amrit left without uttering anything, and L did not follow him, as I felt I needed to give him privacy. After logging at night, I saw Raji online but did not bother her and continued my routine chat with others. After some time, I saw a ping from Raji with message, sorry. I too apologized for barging on her today. The chat then continued with us back to our usual self, discussing about how I found her out. With each reply from me, just a simple, wow, came back, and finally she complimented by investigative skills. With cross-dressing, I and Amrit bonded together quickly, and every conversation we had was predominantly about our dressing. He quickly introduced me to other well-known and genuine CDs through group chats. Over the time, I became well-known among others but refrained myself in meeting them in person. Days passed by. We both stepped into our final year of studies. Soon placement dates were announced, sending students into frenzy. Me and Amrit got placed in a reputed IT company, but I felt I needed a switch. Around January, another major IT company visited for placements. Since the package provided by them was high, clearing the first round was itself a mammoth task. With extreme perseverance, I cleared the first round, but was heartbroken to hear Amrit could not clear them. The next day I was seated among 23 candidates who cleared the first round, but only 20 candidates were interviewed that day, leaving me and 2 others in dark. Rumor began to spread that we 3 won't be selected for next round. Dejected, I walked back to hostel room in anger and began to curse the company. Even Amrit consolation could not break my mood, and I still refused to control my anger. What if I told you, you will clear the interview, he said with A smile. Not a chance. I shook my head in disapproval. Look at me, he said in firm and commanding manner. I looked at him with a dull face, signaling him to talk. You will clear the interview. I know it and I say it. His words cheered me up and decided to take the interview heads on. With my sharp skills, I cleared remaining 3 rounds the next day and got selected. Amrit waited outside my room with anxiety. As soon he saw with my offer letter, he jumped in joy and screamed at me. I told you, he shouted his lungs out and followed me inside. I thanked him for his words and began my monologue about how his words inspired me. Whatever, give me a treat, he threw my words out of window. Okay, where? I listed down expensive hotels for dinner. No, not that kind of treat. I want a different one, his answer puzzled me. Which is? I shot my question back at him. I want you to come with me to Kerala. He was excited as he said it. Why? I questioned again. He smiled mischievously and uttered, Chame Vilaku.